and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. This is probably going to be the last part of Stream 4 before we go ahead and bring the stream down. We're going to record probably for about another hour. We're at the bottom of round 70. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. We did, in fact, get the 17 private assets, so that's good. Okay, we managed to not fire Vlad. Instead, he decided to revolt. Okay. And there's another auction going on. Okay, you're revolting there. That's not the best of places. That's not the worst of places. I know that heavily penalizes the recon car. No, he doesn't completely stop them from moving into the area, just a penalty. Okay. Drills for bureaucrats proposed. Well, we don't want to talk our saying we want commerce, so there'll be no drills and exercises.
Sir, yes, sir.
You're offering to buy IP. We will go ahead and take that. 459 credits. Again, I think we want about... We'll pay up to 1,000 for it. Don't want to pay much more than 1,000 for it.
Order received.
Okay, with that, we should be able to get this encircled and hopefully deal with the rebels fairly quickly. They're still using rifle militia, so our second-generation infantry are better than them, and we'll have an armored car coming in. We'll probably go there with the armored car. Either we'll push it into that hex, or we'll get this guy into that hex on the next turn. We'll see which of those makes the most sense. Hopefully the AI don't go running through this hole or this hole. The worst sort of scenario that could happen is they come running through this hole and go over the road. Okay. I think that's all we're going to do for this turn. We got a plan in motion to get rid of the rebels, and then once we're done with the rebels again, we're gonna move against the militia or the mutants next. And recruiting, as the loyalty goes up, also goes up as well. Up to 67 loyalty, so we're definitely in the happier space as far as loyalty is concerned at this point. Loyalty and happiness. Let's cycle that turn. Interesting. Getting reports of emotion down on the other major. That could have definitely been worse. That was the rebel turn, so it doesn't look like our rebels are running anywhere. At this point, it should be rolling around to us pretty quickly. Yeah, should be next. We lost 300 militia infantry over the end turn. It's round 71. We have 4 decisions. We have completed that tank design. And we didn't win the bid. Someone bid actually almost 1,500. So we got our money back. That's an ask. Nine turns would be a bit tight. I'm gonna try anyway. We'll accept the motion. We're not gonna take any more councils yet.
Sir, yes, sir.
And then we are going to upgrade the GI2s. So they were running carbines before, so we're going to swap them over to automatic rifles. They were running envirosuits before, so we're going to swap them over to padded envirosuits. Obviously, as you can see in the visible stats here, we're going from 50 armor strength to 100 armor strength. This is independent to the armor thickness effects. This, I believe, Envirosuit has 0 armor thickness. Pet Envirosuits have 20. Really, for it to make any mathematical difference, it needs to be bigger than 20. So, the big jump here is double the armor strength.
Understood.
Which is the HP contribution of the armor. Because there's nothing I can really do to replace that militia at the moment. Danger sitting steady at 6. Although, that could easily be explained by the rebels. Fear is declining. Zone happiness is rising, which is bringing up the loyalty. Let's go and see, can we raise a light tank battalion? We can. So let's raise one of those. Oh, I don't even have enough petrol for that. Okay. Let's do a max cell of... Yeah, max cell of metal.
Wilco.
And we'll turn that around and turn that into petrol. Oh. The traders have no petrol. Okay, we're not turning that into petrol. We're gonna have petrol problems if I actually start moving the vehicles.
Wilco.
Oh, I don't have the industry. Okay. Gotta spend it on bullets. Fair enough. And then construction-wise, to do what I need to do to achieve that goal I've just started, we need to expand the furnace, and I need to expand the HQ. So, start on the furnace first. And then next turn we're gonna get rid of you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Because I just sold off a bunch of stuff, this is not going to be a bad time to play improvised IP.
Order received.
That'll give us another 160 IP on the next turn. Industrial power. And we'll see if we can buy any petrol next turn. We technically don't need petrol for this unit to attack. It just burns petrol moving around, which may, in fact, in the future be a problem. Although I think we're still making, we're making more fuel than the truck station uses, so we'll just have to be conservative with moving the vehicles. We're unable to buy some. I'm noticing... So, we've got a little bit of reconnaissance down here. We can see a little bit of the commune. But they're at least this far. There's the potential that the commune and the AI are touching each other. And if they get into a war, they will definitely... Well, the AI won't necessarily attack the commune super hard, because for similar reasons they won't necessarily attack me. But if once the commune's at war, then the commune will go pretty hard. So that might explain why I'm not really seeing a lot of the AI. The AI might be all down near the border. Although if that is the case, then that's an indication I need to get a move on. If I want to control the territory between me and the commune. Okay, we're getting attacked by the AI there. And... so the fight happened. We stood firm. We did lose 100 infantry, but that's an acceptable loss rate. So my hope that the AI were down the other end of the territory is incorrect. They are very much up our... Well, at least some of them are up our right. That's 2 sentinels, so that's 2 units of AI, rogue AI. And I suppose you can sort of see the understanding we have of the local sea area and the coastline. Okay, on the round 72, we got 100 casualties over the end turn. We have 3 citizens winning us. Apparently we found another fuel deposit. Okay, that's not more useful than the previous one. We'll take a little bit of rest
Understood.
before the governor's actions. You want to buy IP? You'd basically buy all the IP. Yeah, we'll
Copy
accept.
that.
Minimum bid is basically 1,000. I'll put 2,000 in because we're a bit rich at the moment. We'll basically double the minimum bid here.
Order received.
Organic furnace was delayed. Oh, and you're not allowed to attack. Okay. Well, the rest can attack, and the rest I think will hopefully be enough. Although, maybe if we're not taking losses that rapidly. No, it was enough.
All clear, sir.
We lost 6 subunits. Rebels are destroyed. Okay. Zone-wise... Grab another improvised
Order
IP.
received.
Give us a better payout this time. Okay, so I don't think they touched the solving AI yet. Okay, that's going to delay the furnace more. It is what it is. And yeah, I don't think there's any... There's 9 fuel. I'm not paying that price for 9 fuel. That's probably an indication there's something in there. If we're not getting the hexes just by moving next to it. I don't have the IP to go grab that oil. That one's going to be even worse. But now there's oil to be found, so now if we get lucky, the private industry may acquire the oil. Although not necessarily expecting to be wanting to acquire anything at the moment. It's a slightly different problem. Of course, they're in the middle of building tank customs, so that's probably why. Okay. I guess just cycle the turn, and we've dealt with the rebels, at least. Rebels have been dealt with. And we got a reasonably high zone population happiness, so that's good. Okay, not everything is exactly going our way. Slavers are kind of bullying some of our weaker units. Although we're definitely at the point now that I've got the tank, if we've got the petrol to go on the offensive, we're ready to start punishing them. Well, I didn't realize I was gonna blow through the entire fuel stockpile simply by deploying my tanks, so we're gonna have a little bit of a fun time figuring out where the petrol is gonna come from. Okay, back to our turn. We killed 200 infantry and 10 tanks in self-defense at the cost of 600 of our infantry. We have 2 citizens awaiting us at the bottom of round 73. Wow, we tried to pay 2,000 for it and someone still outbid us by almost double. Okay, we're getting that money back apparently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roger that,
Okay.
sir.
It's fairly easy from decision standpoint. Machine gunner back to HQ. Oil completely ran out. That's potentially a problem. Although it did prioritize oil going to you, so you're functional, so we'll get the oil from the refinery, or the recycle place, which then goes back out to you. So we shouldn't lose logistical capacity. Yep. The oil furnace should be done next turn. Or the organic furnace, not the oil furnace. The organic furnace will be done next turn. Which means if I do want to complete the bureaucracy goal, we need to do the high command office starting now. We may have even missed the window at this point. 6 turns out. Okay. If there are no delays, we should succeed. Of course, that's already telling us how likely we are to fail. If there are no delays, it's a little cheaper. Not enough, but it's a little. $240. Okay, so that's not too bad. Okay, that'll be tight, but I'm gonna try doing the oil drilling facility. We need some oil coming in. And the market is real bad for oil.
Wilco.
Okay. So we're likely to have everything delayed at this point. I'm probably not going to get the high command done in time. Unless we get real lucky. Improvised IP,
Order received.
industry. Okay. Go back to cycling that turn. As organization's coming along, bundle design. About 10% per turn, so that'll be done in like 8 more turns. That'll be done in like 4 more turns. And it's discovery focused, so that's pretty good there. Eco Council doing 3% to that last turn. It's up to 42. That's got a way to go, but that's definitely moving in the right direction. Okay, second last turn. Okay, Slavers on the move again. We got stronger battalions in the way, so they're likely to not cause us particular problems this turn. Okay, should be coming back to us shortly. Now, as we usually do at the end of the stream, we'll play out the turn, but not the end turn. So this is going to be the last round we're going to do here, round 74. We suffer no losses, nor made kills. We have 4 decisions awaiting us on 74. We discovered side skirts. Got the zoo project. We will go ahead and put the last zoo project down. The city is reasonably happy at this point, so I could definitely take some unrest there. Sure, we'll take the support leader actions.
Order received.
Give us a bunch of unrest, which will drive the happiness down, but we're well over the loyalty issue that we had before, so it'll recover from that pretty quickly. And that makes the leader happy.
Yes, sir.
A new demand. You want us to own a particular hex? 215. Is it, okay, so it's rightward. 215.89. You want us to control that hex in 8 turns. I want to, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Sir,
We're
yes,
going to refuse
sir.
this because we're expecting it to fail. And yeah, focusing on research here.
Order received.
It's fine. Okay, we got some petrol. Petrol's going up. Food's down to... Why is food down? Not sure why food's down, but it is. Construction-wise... No delay on the high command. Organic furnace is complete. Okay, so we may still complete that demand. There is a delay on the oil drill, but that's fine. I'm on board that being the problem. we do want it done, because 500 oil come into this oil well will solve the oil problems. Probably going forward. Okay. This one's so weak, I'm gonna go park it... Actually, I'm gonna go park it on the picket for the friendly slavers, let's say. Because it's not at the point where it's stable enough to do any real fighting. Okay, so I need to save the metal if we want our other construction projects to complete on time. Got a bullet shortage, but I'm not going to fix that. Well, we have a power shortage, but that might actually get fixed by the organic furnace working. Okay, so I think we're good there. Prospecting-wise, we don't expect to find anything. Victory-wise, we are still in 8th. Although, maybe indicating one of the reasons why we might be in 8th and not 9th is it does look like number 9 is on the way out. They're down to 0.1% of the world population, so I think they're soon to be functionally dead. Maybe not doing the best of luck getting up the rankings without watching people... We're watching people fall behind, rather necessarily than us overtaking people at the moment. We're revenue generating, so that's good. Generate a lot of revenue from sales tax. What were they buying that gave us that much revenue in sales tax? Luxuries. They bought a lot of luxuries. Okay. Wouldn't like to send the tanks out. The tanks are starved for fuel. Okay. Still have fuel demands. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Well, that'll fix over the next couple turns.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's get that zoo project down.
Copy that.
Okay, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and put the part break in for this one. We'll go over a couple of stats so we can see where we're leaving off here at the end of the stream. Model design, we got 15% progress towards, or 15 more % progress towards. We're up to 35%. So that's putting us out like 5 turns? Yeah, about 5 turns, I think, and we'll get the new infantry model. That, assuming we have the industry capacity to upgrade all the infantry, will be a significant improvement. We're about 2 to 3 turns out on high-velocity guns. That actually won't be very much of an improvement, but we'll take it. Staff Council, we're not really investing very much in the Staff Council, but we are moving towards getting that motorized MG. Volcanic energy tapping proceeded another 3%. At that rate, we're still looking at like 18 turns out to complete it. But in 18 turns, that will be a very good power source. And that will be a good replacement for the organic furnace, which is slowly burning through all the all the trees, because it'll be a source of power that doesn't deplete. Trade-wise, let's go ahead and buy up, while they're available, the two high-tech parts and the two machine parts. Not going to pay that for the petrol. A little bit tempted to buy that metal, but I'm going to resist the urge to do that at that price. Although, what I need 100 and about 200 metal next turn. 220. We're getting 50. Yeah, so we should have enough metal coming in from the metal mine. As long as I'm conservative with other things I spend on, we'll have enough metal. Anyway, once the petrol from the petrol well being done comes online, then we'll be able to move these guys around. Either that means I'm going to go up against the walkers to the south, the armored vehicles of the slavers to the east, or the mutants to the north. That will be a decision for the next stream. So if you're watching on YouTube, there likely will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go ahead and let me swap over to the schedule so I can find, or remind myself of what the upcoming schedule is going to look like. So we'll be playing this again in 4 days, and I need to update the schedule to account for that. Tomorrow will be Dot Age. We'll likely finish Dot Age up tomorrow. Likely going to be a 5-parter, so it'll likely be a longer stream. Although it'll probably be about a stream about this length. We'll see if I can get started reasonably early. Saturday will be Xenonauts. The run, I think, the second run's going a little bit more successfully than the first one, so we'll see if we can keep that going. Sunday will be continuation of Strategic Command, World War I, the Cold Arms campaign. And then Monday, which is 4 days from now, will, as I said earlier, be the Shadow Empire run continuing. So that's the upcoming stream schedule. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to see anything, feel free to let me know in the Twitch chat at this point. I can go through any of the menus and look at stuff, the things you're interested in. If you're watching on YouTube, same sort of thing. I do keep the auto saves to every turn on this game, so I can go back to any turn you want. We are right after the stream ends. I'm going to put a save in, so this is a particularly easy turn to come back and find it because it'll be named. Discovery-wise, we're probably wanting to look and find things like bazookas and artilleries and stuff. And then tech-wise, this is the state of our technology. We're working on volcanic tapping. We can discover things in chemistry and engineering. And at this point, we probably want to work towards metal soil filtration for rare earth metal production. And then the standard things you want to find. You want to get combat armor, you want to get Gauss smaller arms. Getting over to metal soil filtration also puts you in the place where you can grab polymer armor, which you need for heavy combat armor. And then charged Gauss weapons is really good. And, well, it's a good improvement over Gauss smart arms. Gauss small arms and charged Gauss smart arms also have penetration buffs. So against things that have armor, it basically improves your infantry against them. So yeah, we're working through the tech tree. We've got what we need in basic tech. Although there's definitely stuff we'd happily pick up in basic tech. Like, eventually we're probably want the quality of life buildings. We're going to want sealed roads. Military, we're pretty much done. We probably do want the propeller engine at some point. But if we get to count the Air Force Research Department, that can look for that for us. Yep, that's where we are at this point. So, yep, if you're watching on YouTube, it'll likely be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, as I said, this is where the stream's going to end. If you got any comments you want to get responded to before I bring the stream down, I'm going to leave the stream up for about a minute after I stop the YouTube recording. So with that, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.